Delacey Howard here with Third Movement. I want to bring a video to you guys. This one will be titled, "A House Divided Should Never Stand." Jesus said that a house divided against itself should never stand. That's when Jesus was doing some healing. And the Pharisees came up and said, you do that with the power of Satan. You know, and Jesus said, how could I be doing this with the power of Satan when I'm doing the very opposite of the things that Satan believes in? Then he said that a house divided shall not stand. Well, what we have now is essentially in the church. The church is divided, and you can see that through the church division that it's getting so weak, it's just straight up weakening up. Now you can't say the church is not divided, the body of Christ is not divided, when I believe there's close to 100 different denominations. You know, even in trying to get rid of denominations, we created a denomination. We created the non-denomination. It's kind of crazy, but you know, and we just have so much going on. We have so many different things that we're doing inside the churches instead of being focused on one point, and that's going out there and do what Jesus said when he said to Peter, do you love me? Go get my sheep. We should be out there taking the gospel to the world. Now, inside the different denominations, we have a lot of little petty arguments, and I think it's very immature to even have petty arguments, but we have a lot of little petty arguments. You know, I'm gonna give you an example of a couple of them. We have the argument of, should we be Seventh-day Adventists? Should we follow the Sabbath? When is the Sabbath? Is the Sabbath on a Saturday? Is the Sabbath on a Sunday? That's one thing that's really dividing the church. Another thing is, should the rapture, you know, when is it going to be a pre-tribulation rapture? Is it going to be a mid-tribulation rapture? Or is it going to be a post-tribulation rapture? These little things that really does not define us as Christians. I mean, they're parts. They're part of our faith. Don't get it twisted. They're part of our faith, but they don't define our faith. You know, the thing that define our faith is Jesus Christ when he said, love God and then love one another. The thing that we forgetting that define our faith is the love that we have for one another. Not so much for when Jesus is coming back. Not so much what day we worship. You know, if we look at the big scheme of things, the day we worship, really, you know, or the day we call Sabbath, really, I think it would be more important that we take that rest on a day, whether it be Monday through Friday, whatever day you know, if you feel like your work schedule is on a weekend and everything, take one day. You know, the whole thing with the Sabbath was it was given to us as a gift. The Sabbath day is a gift. It's God saying, okay, take a rest. You know, you work hard 6 days a week, take a rest. You know, he did it on the last day, but doesn't mean that may be how we have to do it. It's a more fact that we have to take that day of rest, that day where, you know, you put yourself in a position where you can be with your family and really get with your kids and your husband and your wives, and you really just, you know, start working on you, start resting your mind, start resting your body, you know, for everything that you have been through, to get ready for the next week. It's you know, we get twisted in these little things to understand that, you know, these things are gifts. You know, following the 10 Commandments are gifts. But we get caught up in the little things when the big things that we forget about is to go out and help people, to go out there and be there for people, and we don't do that anymore. And that's the one big thing that's one big problem in the church, is that we have to get back to being together instead of being so divided. You know, another issue, this is gonna be this is gonna be a rough topic here, but the homosexual issue. You know, people are so divided. The church is so divided over should people be allowed to be homosexual. You know what? Let's try to find out before we talk about their people's lifestyle. Let's start loving them. Let's start giving them the true love of God and see what God does. You know, instead of trying to come in somebody's life and playing God, how about we insert God into people's life and let God do whatever He's gonna do? Here's the deal: I have never seen my power heal anybody. I've seen people heal, but I never seen my power do it. The only power I know that can heal, the only power that I know that can save is Jesus Christ. You see what I'm saying? So we really have to understand that all these little things that we want to fight and bicker over is just straight up dividing the church, and we really need to come together. We really need to pull the body of Christ together so we can actually go out and do the will of God, so we can actually see change in people's life. More change will come if more people would put down these little things, these little religious things. That's what Jesus came again to rid man of religion. You know, people look at me and be like, no, Jesus ain't do that. He came against the Pharisees. He came and got rid of these little things that it was impossible for man to follow. Religion is doing things to get to God. Jesus came so God can come to us. That's the whole reason for Jesus. There's no reason to, you know, we have to do certain things. There's no reason why we have to, you know, go kill the blood of the lamb no more. God did that. He said, I'm going to do this for you so you can come to me. All this little stuff, the dietarian laws and all this stuff has already been done away with, you know. God is already, I'm kind of lost. But God has already done away with, you know, with this stuff. So what we need to focus on what Jesus said. Jesus said, love God and love others. Love others as yourself. So let's stop focusing on these little things that's not going to make a matter of much. That's not going to do much for the body. Let's start focusing on the people who are out there on drugs. Let's try to give them some love. You know, the people who are on the corner, let's try to give them some love. Listen, I never heard coming up, even when I worked in the school system, I never heard one child say, I want to be a drug dealer. I never heard one child say she wants to be a prostitute or he wants to be a prostitute. I never heard this from the kids. This is not something people start out as. This is something that life, you know, put upon people. You know, this is what people think. This is the thing that they need to survive. And as a church, we have a way out of this. We have a answer to every problem. You know, we have an answer to get people off the corner. We have a problem to get people to stop, you know, doing drugs and dealing drugs and selling drugs, to come out their whole lifestyle. We have the answer to that, and we do not take advantage of it by inserting Christ in people's lives. We insert ourselves. We live a very selfish Christian lifestyle. This is what the whole problem is with the house being divided. Is what we think Jesus said and what we think Jesus wants us to do. We go out there and put it, instead of, you know, coming together as a body of Christ and just going out there and doing it, and stop thinking so much and stop putting what we want. I stop doing it the way we want to do it. Delacey Howard, I rambled a lot. That seemed like a rant a little bit. But we'll get it together, y'all. We need to just, you know, put down our selfish ways and get it together and really start affecting the body, start affecting the world, not the body, the world for Christ. Delacey Howard, Third Movement. Check out the YouTube page. Got videos coming up. We're trying to do a video every week. You know, check the Facebook out. You can find us at facebook.com/Third Movement, or you can go to facebook.com/Delacey Howard. You can reach us out on Twitter at Third. That's spelled out IMTHIRD, Third Movement. You can find us there on Twitter. You can also email us. I'm sorry. Forgot the email address. You can email us at thirdministries@yahoo.com. So ways that, you know, you can get in touch with us, you know, see what's going on with us and everything. Always, please leave a comment if you like what we said. You know, push the like button. If you don't like what I said, then, you know, you can show me that you don't like it by putting the dislike. And subscribe for more videos. Delacey Howard, Third Movement. I'm out.